All right, TWN, good day. David Cook here. Going to go over what exactly the buy box is on Amazon. Very important to understand this. It's how 95% of sales get made. Now that number just came off the top of my head, but based on my experience, that's kind of how it is. So the buy box is pretty simple in what it is. How you can use it effectively is a little bit more complicated. So the buy box is essentially if you go to a product page and you hit add to cart, whoever is in the buy box is going to be the product that is added to cart. Now, in this case, you can see the featured seller on this page, so to speak, is Amazon.com, right? If you hit add to cart or buy now, you're going to be buying their product. Now, there's other sellers on this page. So if you go down here to other sellers, right, you could add this to cart. This guy is not in the buy box. Triple D Auctions, they are not in the buy box. They're in a separate box, and there's also all of these sellers here, right? So the buy box is basically Amazon's way of offering the best product to the customer at the best price. So for them, of course, they're going to advertise their own products first, right? They want to be making as many sales as possible. But for instance, if Amazon wasn't here, if Amazon was sold out of the item, like for instance, on this page, Amazon offers this item, but you can see they're out of stock. So the other sellers have then taken the buy box. So the buy box is a shared thing. It's a shared, you get shared as the featured seller on the page. So again, Amazon has the algorithm here, and they've decided that this buyer is will get this product at the best price, the quickest, to the customer. So again, they're usually going to offer whoever's selling a prime product above who is selling seller fulfilled. And the way you can tell if something's prime or not, it's got the little prime check mark, right? So down here, they've got the little prime check mark. Amazon, this buyer does not. So even though they're offering it a little bit lower price, they don't have a buy box because they're not selling in Amazon Prime. So Amazon is also going to give preference to people in the buy box with whoever is selling their Prime products. So now the buy box also, again, it rotates throughout the day. So for instance, this AMZ warehouses, they won't be in here the entire day most of the time on most items. So this rotates throughout the day. Now, some sellers will get a larger share of it throughout the day than others. So for instance, if Amazon decides that this seller is offering the best product at the best service, they're offering Prime, then they're going to give this seller the share of the buy box the most throughout the day. So maybe during peak periods, like between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m., this person is going to have the buy box. But right, this guy is offering, or this seller is offering it at a little bit lower price. Maybe they're going to get the buy box at 2 to 4 a.m. Not a whole lot, but they are going to get a share of it. So the buy box rotates. That's another thing that you should understand about it. But again, now another thing to understand about the buy box is if you are fulfilling the item through Amazon's FBA program, you automatically get into it. It's just a benefit of the FBA program because they're housing the item themselves. They know that they can ship and get this item to the customer very quickly. If you're selling for seller fulfilling, which is shipping the item yourself instead of sending it to Amazon's FBA program, it usually takes about 90 to 120 days to get any buy box share. So that's a consideration to take in as well. But to kind of wrap this up, essentially, so the buy box is Amazon's way of featuring whatever seller that they think is offering the product at the combination of the best price and best service. So, more experienced sellers are going to get in here over a less experienced seller. People that are offering the product via Prime are going to get over in here over somebody who is not offering it in Prime. And also, whoever's offering it at the lowest price is always going to, be able to compete for that buy box the most. So that's kind of the overview. Again, the buy box is how you're going to make a lot of your sales. So if you're not finding yourself in here, do a little research and see, if you're not selling a product, get on the product page and do a little bit of research and see, oh, well, my product is actually priced $7 higher than whoever's in the buy box, right? So unless that thing goes up in price or the people in front of me sell out, then I'm not going to get any share of the buy box for a while until I change my price. So something to understand. Again, you can do all sorts of Google research on this, but that's kind of the overview, my 2 cents on it. There's all sorts of research around that you can kind of do a little bit more in-depth research on this.